Hello everyone. Mathematical operations are all around us. In activities like traveling, cooking, shopping, exercising, organizing, and even playing with our kids. We use math so seamlessly in our daily lives that we often don't even notice it. Today, let's focus on a fundamental math skill, addition. Once children learn how to count, we can guide them to understand addition in a logical, smart, and fun way. Let's dive in. Let's start with a simple and relatable number 10. But why start with 10? Because it's an easy and familiar number. We count to 10 with our fingers. And of course, the decimal number system that we use is based on 10. Here is how the game works. Start with any number between 0 to 10 and ask the child, how many more do we need to make 10? For example, start with 3 and the answer is 7. Start with 6 and the answer is 4. Start with 0 and the answer is 10. It's that simple. Once children master this, they can naturally extend the idea to larger numbers. For example, how many more do we need to make 100? How many tens do we need to make 100? This builds the foundation for understanding larger sums and helps kids think logically about addition. Here is a fun and hands-on activity to help children understand addition visually. Take a strip of paper with 10 squares. Cut the strip at the boundary of any square, creating 2 sections of paper. Ask the child to count the squares in each section of paper and notice how they always add up to 10. For example, 1 and 9 make 10, 3 and 7 make 10, 5 and 5 make 10. Once children understand this, you can extend the activity. Use strips with 12 squares, 20 squares, or even 50 squares. Let the child explore the different combinations and observe how addition works in every case. This activity not only teaches addition but also helps children recognize number patterns and build their confidence with math. Now, let's extend the idea to make 100. Here is a creative activity to help children visualize this concept. Take a 10 by 10 square grid that has a total of 100 squares. Use markers or stickers to divide the grid into 2 sections. Ask the child to count the squares in each section and verify that they always add up to 100. For example, a section with 30 squares and another with 70 squares make 100. A section with 40 squares and another with 60 squares make 100. A section with 10 squares and another with 90 squares make 100. To make it even more engaging, challenge them to divide the grid into tens. How many tens are in 30 squares? How many tens are in 70 squares? Can you find other ways to split the grid into 10 to make 100? This simple activity reinforces addition concepts and introduces kids to the place value system as they learn to think of 100 as 10 times 10. This approach builds their understanding of tens and hundreds while keeping the learning hands-on and fun. Once children are comfortable with simpler numbers, you can scale this idea to deal with any number. For instance, to add 23 and 77, students will learn to first add the tens, 20 and 70 to make 90, add the ones, 3 and 7 to make 10, and then combine them, 90 and 10 to make 100. In a similar way, if you start with 43 and ask how many more will be needed to make 100, children will eventually learn by themselves to first add 7 to make it to 50 and then add 5 tens or 50 to make it to 100. Thus, they get to 57 in a simple, logical and natural way without applying any formal rules of arithmetic operations. This step-by-step approach teaches kids to break numbers down by their place value, tens, hundreds and so on, and make complex addition easier. The Make 10 and Make 100 games, along with their variations, are more than just games. They help children understand the concept of addition in a visual and logical way. Teach smart addition techniques that makes mental math easier. Introduce the place value system, helping children see how numbers are structured. Build confidence by turning addition into fun and exploratory process. And the best part, you don't need fancy tools or special setups for these activities. Only basic materials and a little bit of creativity. Addition is a gateway to understand the beauty of numbers. By teaching kids smart techniques like make 10 and make 100, we help them see math as a natural, fun and practical skill. Using the same technique, we can introduce the concept of subtraction. As we all know that addition and subtraction are not different concepts. Subtraction can simply be viewed as the addition of two opposite things. Stay tuned for more fun math activities in our upcoming videos. Happy learning!